person anymore. That's why they can't come towards you. Somebody could be trying to come towards you to find out how did you cleanse some sort of energy.
What's up, world? How y'all doing? It's raining out here, you know what I'm saying? My little baby girl, my little granddaughter, Harmony, her birthday was yesterday, you know what I'm saying, July 3rd. And my grandson, James, his birthday, July 6th, you know what I'm saying? Couple of days from now, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, I gotta spend a little money on my little boys and my little girls. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, man. What I'm gonna say now. I don't want nobody to get mad at us. We at home now. You know what I'm saying. We the fish. You know what I'm saying. That showed up. You know what I'm saying. At y'all high sea. You know what I'm saying. 45-mile high hurricane, you know what I'm saying, wave, you know what I'm saying, came out of Surfside and landed, you know what I'm saying, in Bay City, Port Lavaca, Austin, Texas, you know what I'm saying, Dallas, Texas, you know what I'm saying. You know, if I was an airplane pilot, I wouldn't fly unless I wouldn't go star to star unless I knew the neighborhood in heaven, the new neighborhood in heaven. Cause you got 300 or 400 million people on y'all's one dust, particle of dust, speck of dust, little peck. You know what I'm saying? Little speck, you know what I'm saying? That's why you got ISOs, spectifications, you know what I'm saying? Measurements, plumb line and gavel, you know what I'm saying? Justice, equality, you know what I'm saying? That's why you got that, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm sick and tired of hearing these shows like Berean show. You know what I'm saying? He got a Bible named Berean. And he don't even know God. He don't know if God a woman or a man. With a stupid talk show on the internet. Man, the internet was designed just like I said when I was Jesus talking to Peter. When I was talking to Pete Lavalis the first time, before he became Earl Campbell, and a whole bunch of other people, Braswell, you know what I'm saying, Heir'z, you know what I'm saying, Williams, Tracy, you know what I'm saying, Jackson, Williams, you know what I'm saying. But man, God don't like lies, man. And then y'all already tricked the world. And then you made it where y'all just almost erased God completely. You almost deleted God. You know, I got a couple of songs on YouTube that I can't even find no more. You know what I'm saying? They was with the last Adam in Exodus, 2008 production, 2015 release. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, you know, I write every day. I do my thing. I'm an air traffic controller in the heavens, you know what I'm saying? I know what all go around because I know the gossip and the messy aunties and the messy antics of witches, warlocks, you know what I'm saying, soothsayers, voodoo masters. I'm from Logansport, Louisiana. That's really Logansport, Texas, because it's on the way to Shreveport, Louisiana, kind of between Shreveport, Louisiana and Little Rock, Arkansas. around that Memphis where my Aunt Irma Jean raised me. And we had a whole corner house and a whole block. Like Mama Dear's was really a house with a whole block on Nolan Street in Bay City. That was 3301 Nolan. And didn't do it, Adam. Yeah. Ooh, man. That house was right there. I had everything I wanted as a kid. And I'll never forget what you told me, Dr. Wayman Herndon. And Wayman Herndon told me, he said right after he died, he was walking with me. Just before he died, he was walking with me. And we were walking to Mama Dear's. And he said, he looked down at me and told me, he said, remember, Dr. Wayman. Now I know why I said Dr. Wayman. It wasn't because Dr. Wayman killed Leroy, Uncle Leroy. He didn't kill Uncle Leroy. But Uncle Leroy thought that Dr. Wayman was having an affair with Aunt Lou, Aunt Tennessee, because he told Mama Dear she would take walks and get picked up by Dr. Wayman. So, you know what I'm saying, he said that, and that make it where I know Dr. Wayman had nothing to do with that. But Dr. Wayman did have something to do with me not getting the gift of being the first baby in 1966. This Chris Brown album. The world is, you know, in not jeopardy no more, you know what I'm saying? Because God found us. It ain't no game to God no more. Jeopardy is a game that God play, you know what I'm saying? But then, this ain't jeopardy now. You found, the devil is found, Satan is found, and all them titles of cheating ass people like foremans, general foremans, you know what I'm saying? Superintendents, project managers, you know, shit like that, supervisors, you know what I'm saying? They killed God, you know what I'm saying, and buried God, you know what I'm saying, hanging us gods on trees, hanging us gods on crosses in front of the family. You know what I'm saying? Making God's word, you know what I'm saying, of love, you know what I'm saying, of none effect, you know what I'm saying? And all those that served the devil and blatantly, you know what I'm saying, chose to go against God because they knew, you know, God didn't believe in money and taxes and IRS and all that. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, you know what I'm saying, we here.
Because now they're at a crossroads because you've been taught this person a lesson, but they did not listen. You've been taught somebody something, or they went through a lesson already, and they didn't listen. It's like they missed the lesson, they missed the boat. Like, you can't heal this person no more. It's not your fate to heal them anymore, to work with them or any of that. Now that you're home, yeah, this person feels like they're just drifting now.
You know, I can't tell my bread factories to stop making bread. I can't tell Elsie, you know what I'm saying, Francis, you know what I'm saying, Maxine, to stop giving me milk, you know what I'm saying? And I can't stop chickens from laying eggs, you know what I'm saying? You know, male and female are only for human beings. Man, woman, and children made in God's image. Adam, God, you know what I'm saying? Adam, my name, is God. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you straight up, you know what I'm saying? I guess you could say 2025, I told you that. But, you know, I told you way before that, because I stopped the world in 2017. Y'all just didn't show up to the meeting. And, you know, my mom and them told me, friends told me they wasn't going to pay me for that shit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? It hurt me because it came from the church family, you know what I'm saying? Betty, you know what I'm saying, said, I ain't gonna pay you for that. You know what I'm saying? Damn, man. And I heard her praying for me, Daddy, but you gotta watch who pray for you too, Adam. This Betty. Been a long life, Adam. This Betty, your auntie. And I love you. I love you more than the rest of them. Sam, Diane, they didn't love you like the real Susie, the real Marvin's wife, the real people that lost weight on his book when he came home. When Robert Blackman was playing with the Colts and Roland Mitchell was playing with Green Bay. Adam wrote a book called I Love My Body. And that's the book I went by. This Raymond Butler. Yeah, this Raymond Butler, Adam. I was you when I was Uncle Peck too. You know what I'm saying? Billy Water, you know what I'm saying? Before I became a mailman, you know what I'm saying? You know, you could play football a long time, baseball, run track, but you gotta fall back on a job, you know what I'm saying? We are heavenly angels, God's servants, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I know my name, Adam. I ain't want it. I swear to God, I ain't want my name. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want it, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew how I got it, you know what I'm saying? I never did like it. I did never like Adam because I knew everybody was against Adam, and I deep down inside, I knew I did it before. And deep down inside, I knew I was finna go through some bullshit again, and my stepdaddy was gonna have to save my ass before I get my ass involved in this family violence again. You know what I'm saying? I just fell asleep in this shit. And that's what the land of Nod is. Sleep. You know what I'm saying? That's what Cain went when I kicked him out the garden and told him, you know, stop gossiping and lying and making up shit. Trying to evolve, you know what I'm saying? That's TDJ. But Cain was Sugar Man. He didn't like no men. He wasn't gay, you know what I'm saying? No. Sugar Man loved women. Just like Edmund Jesse was to James Carr, you know what I'm saying? Loved women. Just like Adam was to Cake. Loved women. You know what I'm saying? Cake was a dude, but with the name, you would think it was a girl. The way Peck explained love, this Cake, his first and craziest cousin, you know what I'm saying? That's really his brother. Because what Uncle Leroy didn't tell everybody, Leroy Casey was a family of Preston Casey and Enoch Casey Jr. And when they came to Bay City with Margaret Jackson and Hazel Johnson, you know what I'm saying, it made a big stir in Bay City because you had Elizabeth and you had, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to say them in order. You had Elizabeth, you had Inez, you had Lucille, you had Irma Jean, and you had Nettie Mae, and a host of their daughters and sons, which was a small crew, but every family reunion, it was Troy this, Troy that, Adam Troy, you wherever you park at, that's where you really hang out, because that's where you got your liquor and your drink and your cooler stash out there, you know what I'm saying, where your car parked at. In the yard, in the back of the yard, you know what I'm saying, or the side of the yard. Because my Aunt Nettie Mae house wasn't a big house, but it had a big yard, a lot of area where we parked at. You know what I'm saying? At the family reunion, you know what I'm saying? We was only there for 2 to 3 days, but it seemed like all my life, because I lived with good time. My sister was Mary Lou, you know what I'm saying? Mary Lou Jones, and you know what I'm saying? Nita and Debbie, you know what I'm saying? And Christine, and my Christine, and Nita and them Christine. Ernestine, there's Ernestine, and they call her Steen. But like I say, I come to bring the family back together, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you got something against Eastern Stars or Center, Texas, you know what I'm saying? But that's where God planned to live. In the country though, I'm gonna be in Mount Gilead. I got a store to put back up. Miss News, because without Miss News, you don't have a center of Texas. Mount Gilead is my last jump I made. And I made that with a motorcycle you ain't never seen. Because I ain't seen it yet. I gotta build it. And then I gotta jump the Grand Canyon. And I gotta go all the way around the star, which is the whole entire earth. And I gotta go on a motorcycle, not a plane, not a rocket, but my spirit, says the Lord. You know what I'm saying? This Adam. And I miss my family, man. I really do.
Since you found the ancestral wisdom of the lay of the lands, it is protected. Protection of the future. You're protected moving forward. The chapter is over with whomever this is. They keep trying to drudge up some energy or drudge up something here like, oh, you know, remember me, or oh, I miss you, or all this goofy shit. And you're like, fuck out of here, or something like that. Collective? Sorry about that, collective, but yeah, now this person is drifting now.
Everybody like, forgot they was God. I can't believe everybody in the whole world, you know, billions and billions of people forgot they was God. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious, man. That's kind of crazy,
this person
man.
Is lost in space now.
How can somebody lie to you
try to astral travel
and tell you not God?
Again,
and that should go all over the world.
They got surrendered.
Like this, and you know what I'm saying? See the bunny? That's Bunny Rabbit. You know what I'm saying? That's Humpty, Dumpty.
This person could be
sitting on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
They should have chose right. Around the time when it was time to reconcile with you, somebody want to come home, somebody, you're their home, honey. But at the end of the day, this person is tripping out, somebody's tripping out. They thought that they could, they thought that they could interfere or get in your energy or something like that, like how they used to do you, something like that, collective. But the only thing they got met with was a wall of obstacles, because you already transformed your location energetically, spiritually, and everything else. There was some sort of alchemizing of some sort of energy here. Yeah, and you're moving out of stagnation. This person misused and abused their power constantly, these people. Right use of power, deep diving into the test. There's a lot of consequences that comes with that, though. right? Crown of Games. They thought this was a game, and it's not. It really isn't a game. I said what I said was going to happen in August of
raining cats
2025.
and
They really
dogs
think it's a
today,
game
you know what I'm
collective.
saying?
Somebody really thought that I was play
Cats
pimping.
and
Now
dogs
they want to sit
finna drink
here
a lot of water
and
and
trying
eat
to
a
find
lot
out
of
somebody's
food.
scared
You know
now.
what I'm
They
saying?
did not
God
learn the
here
lesson.
now.
Okay, so
And
granted,
they ain't
y'all
never have
using
to
y'all
pay
power
for
and shit
nothing,
like
you
that.
know what I'm
But
saying?
it's not just because
Pets
you're abusing the
just
power while
live
you're
free.
using
They
it.
don't have to
It's
work.
because
You know, they
why you're
do,
going to
you know
lose
what I'm
your
saying? They
powers
gotta
or
be
lose access to
watchdogs
something.
and seeing
It's
eye
because you
dogs.
refuse the lessons. You don't get
Now
the blessings
seeing eye
without the
dogs
lessons, man.
make more sense. That's why you don't really
So
talk
and
to
so,
your
whoever y'all
dog
was
to
knocking
train it.
down constantly,
You
they think
think
themselves
like the
about
dog,
themselves.
you know what I'm
So
saying? You
y'all
eat
don't have
what
to
you
go through the
eat, you
same
gonna
obstacle
shit it.
course
You
for
want
times
dry
10
shit,
because
do not
you
mess up your
created it.
carpet.
This is literally their
Then you
energy,
give him
bro.
dry food. Don't put no
And they just
water
want to
in it.
continuously suck off y'all energy.
Don't give him
For the healing
gravy
process
and
or
all that
whatever,
shit.
and that's not
You know what I'm
working.
saying? Give him
Now
something when
that
he shit,
they
you
want you
won't
to
have to
heal, it's
beat
an
his
obstacle.
ass for
It's
staying
an
in the carpet.
obstacle. Everything is falling
You know what I'm
apart.
saying? Carpet.
You're going to be
You
moving
know
out
what
of
I'm saying? That's
stagnation
what
here.
a
This
dog
person
is, a carpet.
they had an
A
opportunity to
carpet.
reconcile with you. They
You know what I'm
did.
saying? He's a carpet.
But they thought
You know what I'm
everybody else,
saying?
they
A
were too
dog
busy
is
looking at
supposed to be
somebody else
with
or
you
something
in the
like this,
car.
honey.
That's your God.
Yeah, now somebody is at
Your
the cross and here you
GPS,
are.
God picked
Magical map
sun.
shifter.
That's the
This
sun
person
in the
can't
sky,
even
the
find
stars in the sky.
spiritually,
Your dog.
it's hard. The whole
The
damn
carpet.
community.
Carpet.
You change something
And
here in the
that's
community, of their community,
the
or their
floor
whole
of your
community
house,
is
right?
forever changed now.
But you sleep on it. Man, I slept on the floor the other night.
I don't know, man.
The carpet. And then, man, my back.
Could be a family.
Let me know, never sleep on concrete.
Spiritual, whatever.
That's why they say don't put batteries with battery acid in cells.
Cut the crap of the
on
dark
cement.
energy. Cut the crap
You know what I'm
of
saying? Because
trying to
it'll
interfere
drain
in
the
other people's
battery.
lives. Cut the crap of your
And
jealousy.
it won't be no good
Nobody
when you
gives
put
a
it in
darn.
the car.
And it does not hold
You know
no
what I'm
weight.
saying?
And
It'll
it's like
need a
it's a
charge.
shame. It's like now that the door is closed somewhere,
to get the
however this
cells
is
hot
resonating,
again.
it's
But
like they gotta sit with all the shit
you
that
know what
they
I'm
created.
saying?
They don't want to though.
like I say, you know what I'm saying?
They like,
Nobody
no, I don't want
knows
to sit with the
physics.
shit that I
You know what I'm
created.
saying?
'Cause
Nobody
it hurts.
knows
It's sad. There's nothing
scientific
there. But that's what you wanted for
things.
so
You know
and
what I'm
so.
saying? We don't have
That
many
was there for
scientists
you.
like me, you know what I'm saying? That's honest,
I don't know where these people
heavenly,
got off at. They
godly,
feel like they were
and
going to be
holy,
able to
and
continuously
heavenly.
defeat you like that.
A lot of
That
people
shit is
ain't
weird.
like me, you
Like,
know what
why
I'm
would they
saying?
think that God would
Uncle
allow
Leroy
that?
told me that I talk too much.
Like, you
know
don't
what I'm
have
saying?
rights
That's
here.
why
As soon as
he
you
here.
were born, you
That's
came
why
with
Bill
certain rights.
Cosby's
Nobody
still
can take
alive.
those rights.
Because Uncle Leroy wife
And then on top
killed
of
him.
that, you literally
It was
are
one of
here
them
to raise
women
the
on them
vibration to
shows.
help others and
You know
stuff
what I'm
like that.
saying?
But God
So,
is not going to continue
I
to help
don't know
others that
which
don't
one
want
of
to help
them women ain't
themselves.
Tennessee
That's just a
was,
no.
ain't Lou
So he will
was,
remove people like
but
this
she
out
was a
y'all life.
beautiful woman. And
So
she
now,
was
finally, it's like the last
the
break-in
Huxtables,
energy.
the
It
Cosby
could have been
Show.
like 2, 3, 4
You know what I'm
stragglers.
saying?
Now the universe is
I just gotta keep looking at the
closing the door.
Cosby Show
It's like, excuse me,
till I figure out who
back.
Mama was.
Watch your back.
Big Mama was this Jeffrey Decay.
Because he has written it down.
I'm still Jeffrey because I'm
Everybody
still
that
Todd Bridges.
he has put in your life collective have done the same shit.
Willis Jackson yet. You know what I'm saying?
They
I'm
have
still
done the
Lawrence
same thing that
Fishburne.
everybody else did before, the people
So,
before them that
you know,
lost.
Samuel L. Jackson, I'm still stuck as
So the
Edmund
universe like,
Williams.
okay, this is last
I ain't been Billy D. Williams since I was Dr. J, you know what I'm saying?
Click. Something has been cut.
And Richard Pryor, Steve Temple,
energy.
and a whole bunch of others. But Broderick
Like,
played Richard Pryor.
Okay? Somebody
Gregory played Richard
right? Whatever
Pryor.
they doing, they got to get out y'all energy. They got to
Tyler Perry, which is Anthony Lewis, and Ray Lewis.
We got experience.
You know what I'm saying? Like I say, Anthony Lewis and Ray Lewis and Anthony Hudgens and Anthony Tutman. You know what I'm saying? He know me.
Distance.
He don't really know T.D. Jakes though.
Also, differences create different distance.
He might work for T.D. Jakes, but
like
he
somebody
really
purposely created the differences, and they created distance. All you wanted was reciprocity. That was not hard. What the hell is so hard with doing somebody right that is actually doing you right? That is not hard. How?
You are deeply connected to the earth right now. I'm hearing like whispers of the wind, nature, spirits. I feel like if you've been going out in nature recently, you could have had like
it's raining
divine,
outside, so the crops are being watered.
You go out
So
into nature.
we ain't gotta worry about no vegetables.
I wanted to talk about
at Heir'z
our relationship
or
to the
Stanley's
earth
or
and how
Food King
important it is,
or
especially for you,
Albertsons
where you're at in your journey right now. Because what
or
you're
Walmart.
trying to do is you're in the process of changing your
or
life. If you're watching this
Target,
video right now,
you know what I'm saying?
you're here because you're actively
gonna get
trying
more
to manifest a new life, a new beginning, something tangible in your life.
in Walmart, Super Walmart. We're gonna get more electronics in Best
And what
Buy.
I've noticed on my
And we're
own
gonna
path
get
and
more
journey
electronics in
is our
Toys R
relationship
Us
to Mother Earth
and
is so crucial.
Yamaha,
Honestly, like I
Suzuki,
would dare to even say
and
it's
Honda
probably one of the most important,
and
if not the
Kawasaki
most important things
gonna
that you
start
can do on your
competing
spiritual
again
journey. And
with
we'll kind of get into it a little bit
all-terrain
and
dirt
talk about
bikes
why I believe that is. 111 is
and four-wheelers
But
and
the
buggies,
only reason you're here right now is because
four-door buggies. Because I do not know what in the hell the devil was thinking when he developed a two-door
be an expression of this new
sedan.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Sedan now.
Like you're actively trying to
Sedan now. Sedan.
from
Sedan.
to abundance, from
Sedan.
feeling lost in your life to
He didn't tell you to say tan. God
like
tan, did he?
Feeling satiated.
That's what he should have told y'all ass. God gonna tear y'all ass
it's quite the jump. Okay, this is going from like how do you say that? Scarcity? to extreme abundance. You know, this is like going from 0 to 100. It's quite the jump.
Yeah, it is like going 0 to 120.
Right, not saying that you're in lack right now, but you know what I mean? I feel like you know that
that's what you did.
You watching this, I feel like your story could have started from lack, or maybe you felt like a lack within yourself.
You did. You stopped at 213, but
I'm hearing like even a lack of self-love or just lack of energy.
Plus,
you were existing in a victim mentality.
If it wasn't for that stop sign and sergeant at the end, you'd have been in Germany in 2.5 hours.
And I feel like you had to
you know that's an 18-hour flight.
In so many ways, like I'm seeing you overcoming
so you'd
so
had
many
straight road
ways,
to Germany.
and there's been just like this
2.5 hour
jump that you're
drive
accessing
for you and Craig.
So many things.
And the highway hitters.
Anyways,
on the
so
ground.
I feel like now you're at a point where your mental has changed, your internal has shifted. You're a completely different person. And there's something about you. I feel like you're finally giving yourself permission to actually want more. Like you're dabbling with the idea of like limitless potential. Like you're not putting a ceiling or a cap on what you feel like you could create. I'm almost getting this vibe right now of like you wanting. Maybe before you were like, I want to be in my king energy. This is gender neutral, okay?
Got their name.
But say
what Adam should
you were
be.
Like, I wanted to be in my king or my queen
along
energy.
With the 4x100
like
relay.
And realizing that even that had a limit on it. To being
and
like,
if there
no,
was
I'm
a
jumping
4x110,
I'm jumping into my empress
then
energy.
that would be
so it's like
too.
You're going from
because a 110 is 100 meters.
Not that where you're at is lack. I have to continue to say that because you're where you started from.
This is first daddy.
So it's this big jump that you're actively going through in your life right now. This big quantum leap, and I truly feel like. This is my own reflections on my own journey.
You know,
okay?
you get bad when your daughter end up marrying your son.
The minute I developed a very deep connection to the earth.
Because that was Robert Jones.
The minute. And when I say minute, I literally mean minute, okay? My life changed in a blink of an eye. As soon as I started to develop a deep relationship
but it ended up being Coach Jones'
And
daughter.
when I say that, like, for example... I love trees. When I was working at the tree farm,
Robert Jones,
I was genuinely pouring so much love into those trees. Like whenever we'd send trees off,
I couldn't make myself
I was cutting strings off trees, so I was always talking to the trees.
Then you'd have 4 Tupacs, and then it would have been 4 Biggies.
I love the trees. Trees are so wise, their energy is so divine, and I was pouring so much love into all the trees that I came into contact with.
Like it was 2 Michael Jacksons and Michael Jordan.
Ooh, I can't wait to get
Michael Jackson is Michael Jordan and Aaliyah. That ain't nobody.
Something shifted within my energy. It honestly allowed me to access my higher self in an even deeper level. Because I was distracted from the noise, like in connecting with nature, in pouring love into nature.
When Eaghve quieted down
so much mental noise. It's almost like it created this huge opening inside of me mentally that just made so much space for divinity to pour through. Does that make sense? I don't even care how woo-woo this sounds right now. I'm watching it for a reason, okay?
And
being in nature, there's something about how healing this
which
earth
would have
is.
been O.D.
Truly,
Clark's
and I feel like for a lot of spiritual people, it's so easy to feel like you don't connect with earth. Like you'd rather be up in the clouds, or like say you resonate with being a starseed. You're like, I want to go home. I don't want to be on this planet. Earth is ghetto. A lot of people say. I don't like that at all. Okay, Earth is beautiful. Earth is divine. Earth is, it's such a privilege to be here, truly, and I feel like you have to have that balance if you're on a spiritual path. Earth, the energy of Earth is immaterial, right?
You know what I'm talking about, boy. Chili Bowl. What rapper would you think is Chili Bowl?
But I feel like
you know what I'm
saying? The minute I started pouring into my relationship with Earth, that is the minute that it like created space for me, because in being in nature, you're not doing, you're just existing. When I go for walks in nature, I swear to God, and lately I've been like not listening to music as much because I really want to just hear the birds and that whole thing, like birds chirping.
After Labor Jr. was Nate.
Ever. But when I'm in nature, I feel like the world just tunes out, and I almost,
about everything,
but if I thought I did, because I had to be mean in the motherfucker, because I knew what family was gonna be like. I knew we was gonna fuck off our name. But like all my thoughts just dim down, and I'm just like humming or just like in awe of everything, you know, looking at all the beautiful flowers and
we not enemies, enemies. We not enemies. We enemies.
Being in that
but
energy
we not enemies,
and not having the noise of the world, it just creates this
we
huge
really
opening
love
inside of
each
you
other
that
in
literally,
here.
it's
so
like
we
you
enemies.
don't have to seek answers, they come to you. And
That's
I feel like you're watching this video
energies,
right now because you're divinely connected to nature
so
in
don't
some
let
way.
nobody
You
ever
could
tell
feel
you
when you're
not
outside.
God.
It's almost like you
and
could
if
feel
you
like you're
see
always
it in the store one day,
in a way, not
then
in like
they
a
gonna start
weird,
watching
creepy way,
you,
but it
and they
always
gonna be
feels like
after
there's
you.
spirit around you or presence around you,
Name's gonna
especially
be
when
changed.
you're out in nature.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm hearing some of you need to literally go and like sit
name
under a
Satan
tree
or
for a second
devil
and just
or
sit there.
nothing
Connect
like
with
that.
a
You don't
tree.
supposed to
Go
name
for more
nobody
walks.
Devon.
Quiet down your mind. And the thing in doing this, it's so beautiful and therapeutic, and it's so annoying how they say like,
That's
go
what
for a
happened
walk.
to
If you're
Deion
struggling,
Sanders.
you're depressed, just go for a
But
walk.
when Deontay got arrested,
then you actually do it and you're like, wait, this is kind
Kobe
of
Bryant got killed
because
that was Tay-Tay.
But it's so true because I feel like nature just,
Bubba,
I don't know, she allows
stop
you
riding
to
bull.
just be, and that's the thing with this, where it feels so
Kobe
liberating.
Bryant
I'm
became
almost
a good
giving you
player.
guys homework with this whole
And
quantum
Deion
leap
Sanders
journey that
became
we're
a good
all on
player
right
for
now,
Roberts.
where I feel like
Spirit.
the homework is going to be connecting with nature in some way, learning to develop a relationship with nature, but in a way that is so playful and free again. Like imagine your kids seeing the world for the first time. The reason why this homework doesn't feel like homework is
Good Time
because
O'Neal Jones.
I don't want you to go into it seeking anything. That's the beautiful thing about this. It's not like you're trying to visualize and you're trying to figure out what you want.
And you got Chicken George, which was Adam.
In a way that allows for just
and
nothingness.
You got
finding the
Kinte, which
beauty
was
in
Adam.
nothingness, in the stillness. We have so much to learn from nature, okay? I wrote a whole thing about this in my book. So, if y'all have read that, let me know in the comments.
That's the only part I couldn't raise Nikiti and
We
Rob.
have so much to learn from nature. I feel like, I think I wrote in my book something about how, like, the grass doesn't fight its way to grow, you know? There's no resistance in nature. Everything just flows effortlessly, easily. Anyway, I'm saying all of this to say, you are here right now because you're wanting to make tangible change in your life. Earth
That's
is
a
the
new one on the
tangible.
family. Ain't
Earth
Marge
is
probably
your
done
root, right? Feeling
pull her
grounded
hair
in your
with
root
a
chakra
belt,
energy.
trying to
That
find a
is
belt to
Earth
whoop me and
energy.
point with. But,
Money
you know,
is tangible.
I was just too young.
Abundance is
Too
tangible.
old in the
Prosperity is
mind.
tangible. And when I'm
I
saying
was
all
at
this,
my
I'm
switch
not
before
saying
y'all
develop
was
a
at y'all
relationship
switch.
to Mama Earth so you can
You
be
know what I'm
wealthy. That's
saying?
not what
So
I'm saying at all, but I know you guys
I know what I had
have
at
pure
home,
hearts,
and I know what I
and
had
that wouldn't be your intention
when I was
behind it. But what I
away.
am
I
saying
know
is
what
that
home was.
wealth,
My
abundance,
home was at Uncle
prosperity,
Leroy
from what
house
I've seen,
for
is
too
a
many years
byproduct.
until
Okay, it's a
I had
benefit
to go
of
stay at Mama
developing this
Dia's
deep
when I came
connection
in the
to the
world the
earth.
next time.
There's something about
And
the two that
did
are very
live, because
interconnected.
they
You
was
feel
going to kill
grounded
me
and safe
because I
within
was
the
Chris
earth,
Brown.
provided for by the earth.
I was
Me
Richard Pryor,
personally, I
Steve Temple.
feel like Earth would
I was
never
Adam
let me
Jackson,
go
Lalo,
without anything. And I've
Racer
just felt
X,
very
and I was
held
Eaghve
by the earth. I don't know if it's
Jared
because I'm a
Fimmel.
Taurus or like
And
what
I
the heck,
had
but
all
I
the
feel so
petroleum
deeply connected to
in
the
the
earth and just held by
Eaghve
her.
gas
Oh,
was
I'm also
your
getting this message
airplane
right
gas.
now.
I
Okay,
had to
this is so
play
powerful. For
airplane
my beautiful
gas.
souls out there that have also
I forgot
experienced
what
the
I
loss
called
of a
it,
parent.
but
Okay,
I sold it and
when you're
put it
living
at
life,
fuel
especially on a
in
journey
them
like you're
toy
on right now,
planes.
and you don't
Kerosene.
have
It's like
your parents
kerosene, but
around,
it ain't.
you don't have a parent around,
It's
not having that
some propane.
parental
No,
like
it ain't propane.
love fully, and we know they're
Like
always with us
dry
and all of that
liquid
beautiful stuff, but I
argon,
mean
but purged
physical,
with
okay, not having someone that you
nitrogen,
can
but
confide and call to,
it's a different
be
name
with,
for it.
sit with
They
in your
made
painful
it,
moments and your confusion,
and it was a
because this journey
product
that you're walking, it's like
because we
quite the
sold them
roller coaster.
airplanes.
You're ascending
But
all the time.
you know,
You
we
specifically,
start
like you be going
making
through it all the
drones
time, and it's like,
and
who do you have to
putting
really confide in?
cameras
You know what I mean? Other than us, like soul
in
family vibes.
airplanes,
But it's
little
this
toy
is a message for
airplanes,
those who have lost
and
parents.
that's when they called it
I
drones.
have.
And
I'm in this space in my life.
lied
where
about it because the drones
grief is funny.
couldn't get
It
in
comes
your
up,
house and
random
see
times. But
everything like they
I feel
lied
like
and
I've
said
really
they
been
could.
lacking
But
that
it
parental
just
love. Like
made
my dad's not
regular
in my life.
planes able to
My mom
fly
passed
over
away. So
and get
I've
in
just
your
been feeling like
houses
that's just
and
what's been almost
get in
missing, or
you. That's
feeling
why
that. And I feel my
regular
mom
planes
so
crash.
heavily with me all the
Because
time.
regular
But it's
planes
just,
got information.
it's hard to walk this
Cars
life
got
without
information.
having
A
your
car
parents.
can be
Okay?
sitting in one spot.
And recently,
And
this was probably like a couple
and
months
we
ago,
have
I
the
said a prayer
technology.
because
Heaven
I was
has the
really
technology
sad. I was in the shower, I'm
to know where
crying,
that car
sobbing,
at
and
with
I
low
said a
jack
prayer. I'm like, universe,
and
God,
GPS,
I really,
AAA,
really need some
and
parental
own stuff.
love. I need that paternal, is that the word? Like, I need that energy. I need it right now. So please, can you send it to me? And I truly believe deep in my gut, and this, I don't know why I'm like getting emotional. I really believe that like Earth
See, that's the kind of
answered
woman
my
I
prayer.
need, Daddy.
Okay?
She
I
not
truly
young
have
in the
never
mind, Daddy.
felt like I will be outside
She about
sometimes,
my
and I
age.
just feel like
I'm 59.
Earth is just
She
holding me.
probably
It feels like a hug. Like I don't know how else to
42,
explain it. And I don't
45,
know.
but she,
I think because like
she don't
I
want
associate Earth
nothing
is
less
the
than
feminine.
God.
It's Mama
She
Earth,
want God.
right?
So, you know, if
I
you
feel
met
like
her, you'd
my
be
mom,
like 21 to her.
or just that mom energy for me personally is really working through the Earth, and like just Earth has been holding me in a way that I've never been held before. I don't quite know how to explain it. I feel like Hawaii really changed my life. Like that was the first time. I've always been connected with Earth, but that feeling so held by the Earth at that time, I've never experienced anything like that in my life. And then coming back here, I've been really intentional with connecting with nature more. And this is a different message because I feel like I don't talk about myself a lot, but clearly this message is going this way for a reason. But anyways, when I came back here, I was super intentional about connecting with the Earth again.
Now you can think about pretty women and say to yourself, how, why, Eve? Or you could say, hi, why, Eve? You know what I'm saying? Because hi, why, Eve, that you're supposed to be saying hello to your wife. She's a present to you, not a vice president. She's a wife, present sent, you know what I'm saying? Ha, ha, why, Eve. Ha, why, Eve. Ha, why, Eve. Because Eve is Mother Nature. The fruits and vegetables that you eat is Eve, Mother Nature. And the mind of Eve, when it speaks in secret, is gossip. Ghost spells. Ghost, Holy Ghost spells. Gossip. Go sup. You know what I'm saying? Go eat something else that's not your business. And that's what I would tell them, not you now.
And because that was my pure happiness when I was at the farm. And I've really been missing that. And like I said this prayer and I've just been going for walks and outside. And like the other day, a walk brought me to tears. I'm not even kidding around. I literally walked, and by the end of my walk, I was like sobbing pretty much because I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never felt so held and so calm and peaceful and just, yeah, that parental love that I was looking for. I really feel like I found it in the earth. And this sounds crazy and I don't even care, but that's my experience with the earth. And whether you've lost a parent or not, I feel like we could all use that loving, nurturing energy, and you will find that energy within the earth. However you connect with nature, okay, if it's going for walks, if it's sitting outside, whatever it is, I truly, truly am like really starting to put the pieces together. And I feel like once you can feel safe, because the thing is, if you're wanting to change your life completely, you have to, and we're going to get into this because I feel like this is such a powerful shift time for all of you guys watching right now. So these next videos, like I can just feel this energy. It's like very potent energy coming through. So it's a lot of wisdom and stuff. Did I just forget what I was going to say? Oh yeah, thank you. Okay. If you are trying to step into a new life, you're trying to step into abundance, you're trying to step into prosperity, you as a soul, as a vessel, you need to feel safe, okay? You need to feel safe enough to be able to receive the life that you are looking for. And from what I've encountered within my own life, nature allows you to feel safe. Even just being outside for a little bit, it lets you rest in that feeling. Do you get what I'm saying? And in order to attract something into your life, when you're resting in that feeling of your nervous system feels safe, you're outside and you just feel safe, you feel held, you feel grounded, and you're resonating in that energy for a prolonged period of time, that is what is magnetizing your life of abundance, because the universe sees that and is like, oh wait, they're feeling safe more and more and more. They're feeling safe, they're feeling open. There's not so much going on. So it's like you have room, your vessel has room to send out these signals and these calls to the life that you're trying to live. And it's just, it flows into you more easily. Does this make sense? I feel like this is such a strange thing, but like, this is just my biggest revelation these days. And I'm like, this is some powerful stuff. I know my collective, I know a lot of you guys are having these beautiful nature encounters. I feel like birds are with you a lot. There's just so much energy right now about nature, which I also, if you saw my Instagram, I just had a beautiful butterfly land on my finger. And that moment was so powerful. And I got a big butterfly tattoo with the fire and all. Anyways, you can see on my Instagram. But yeah, if you want to be in...
Trump's big, beautiful bill, huh? Oh, and by the way, see a house right there? Built that with my own hands. Probably about 20-something years ago. Just thought I'd put that in there. No mortgage, no rent, no none of that stuff. It's just a beautiful thing. Trump's big, beautiful bill. By the way, if you're on my Patreon channel, down below there's a description. You may want to see about going on the Patreon channel and checking me out over there. If you get some more private lifestyle advancements, things, wisdom you should probably be doing. Can't make you do it, it's totally up to you. But I know one thing. By their fruit you shall know them. And when somebody's producing fruit, man, it's kind of hard to argue against them, isn't it? So anyway, Trump's big, beautiful bill. Man, are we, in this country, are we not all pretty much tired of the mental gymnastics? I mean, when the Democrats are in power and they have the House and the Senate, they pass every bill, and the Republicans are complaining. Now the Republicans are in power, and the Democrats, nobody. One thing about the Democrats in the House, boy, they are lockstep. And when you have the majority of the House and the Senate, you can pretty much get past anything you want. Rand Paul still grandstanding the stage, playing like he's some type of economic guy for the, I don't know, whatever he call it. He's not his father, Ron Paul, at all. But anyway, he's always going to be, I don't know what he is, I'll tell you the truth. But we can pretty much count on this mental gymnastics. This dog and pony show is going to continue to keep happening. So what's going to happen when
See, that was my boss. He talking about Ron Paul's son, Rand Paul. But Ron Paul was his daddy. And Ron Paul was my assistant superintendent at Dow Chemical making metal, magnesium chloride, when I got burned up and died. And they stole my inheritance and the land and lied and said they was some kin to me with DNA, and none of them was kin to me. Ron Paul don't know me. He know me because I'm the deceased employee who he killed and then covered it up. You know what I'm saying?
Trump's big, beautiful bill, huh? Oh, and by the way, see a house right there? Built that with my own hands. Probably about
That's Uncle Cuny, man. That's Uncle Cuny, and that's also Rick Fox out
That's a beautiful thing.
Before
Trump's big, beautiful
when Uncle
bill.
Cuny played ball.
By the way, if you're on my Patreon channel, down below.
Before he became Pooh. He became Michael Jordan
checking me out over there.
This last time.
Some more private lifestyle advancements, things, wisdom you should probably be doing. Can't make you do it. It's totally up to you.
Hey, Martin would fall in love with Pastor Dog.
Producing fruit, man. It's kind of hard to argue against them, isn't it? So anyway, Trump's big, beautiful bill.
That's Uncle Cuny
in
the flesh, resurrected.
In this country, are we not all pretty much tired of mental gymnastics?
That's you.
I mean, when the Democrats are in power,
well, now, I know that's you, Kenny. You knew that had to be me before it was you.
The Republicans are complaining.
I gotta be queen
now the
daddy,
Republicans are in power, and the Democrats, nobody. One thing about the Democrats in the House, boy, they are lockstep. And
had to be
when you have the majority
Mr.
of the House
Cuny,
and the Senate, you can pretty much get past anything you want. Rand Paul still grandstanding stage, playing like he's some type of
son or grandson,
economic guy for the, I don't know what he calls it. It's not his father, Ron Paul, at all. But anyway, he's always going to be, I don't know what he is.
You never hear Ron Paul. I think about the last time I seen him at a little girl's little league
this dog and pony show is going to continue to keep
game.
happening. So what's going to happen with this big, beautiful bill? Well, number one, it's probably going to add about $3 trillion to the national deficit, which I told you that the United States of America, none of the presidents have the stomach to balance the budget. They don't. I don't care how many tariffs and everything coming in. Do you see the deficit going down? I don't see any deficit going down. Another thing it's going to do is a lot of people that are out there on food stamps, you want to figure out a way to go to work.
That's what I'm saying. You got to figure out a way to get up and go to work, man. Because food stamps and welfare is not something that we should be able to give now, because we got too many able bodies to work.
But
you know what I'm saying? Mexicans, Hispanics, and blacks and Indians
upon someone. And now listen,
is the only ones working right now.
Cares about you bitching when you already have the Republicans in office, and this is what they're going to do. The tax cuts, no doubt, is going to benefit the rich and the wealthy, because they're the ones that has the jobs, the owner of the jobs and stuff. And I always trip out when people say, you know, they're trying to take away my job. Like, you have personal ownership of that. No, you're working for someone else to advance their particular business.
You working for God, basically. You working for God. You working for Adam, and you work for Eve, and you working for yourself, the children of Adam and Eve. That's basically bottom line. So you really can't add or subtract on what I just said. I'm gonna let him talk, but he can't change God's mind on what he just said.
And to generate wealth for them, and they give you pennies on the dollars too. That's why Pastor
it's to generate dollars for the rich people and give you pennies on each dollar that they make. So we're not gonna do that no more. Now the money is in the sky like it was supposed to be. Invisible money. And that's merchandise that you can see. Because in something that you can see is invisible. Invisible. And you can see it. God is invisible in somebody that you can see. And God is love. And we all make love to make love. And the loves we make are the children of God.
Look, you have offered a critique of Cam Newton. Have you had an opportunity to talk to Cam? Have y'all had an opportunity to discuss that?
No, I'm glad that you brought that up, because let me tell you what I thought. I said something to Cam, and I'm going to apologize.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why. In life, you see people at a certain place in their life, and then they grow up and they become better people.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw his growth.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm man enough to say I was wrong, because I saw his growth.
Mm-hmm.
Just like one time I said Kevin Hart wasn't funny.
Right.
And Kevin Hart's funny, but what I didn't see at that time was Kevin was a young kid.
Mm-hmm.
Comedy is based on experiences and maturity. And the older you live in this game, the more you experience, the more you become funny.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that in Kevin. When Kevin did that host for
The Roast with Tom Brady?
Well, Tom Brady, listen to me. I think I watched that show about 20 times.
Yeah.
Because Kevin was on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And I just truly enjoyed him. Now, he grew up to be a young man. His timing was impeccable. And I just saluted him. I watched it that much.
For those of you that are still wondering what it is they want, the white supremacist MAGA hatters, that's what they want. They want white America. And they would rather burn the country to the ground than see a black woman sit in the White House. It's that simple. It has nothing to do with taxes or tariffs or making your life better or giving people a better wage. None of it matters. If a white man ran, that person would have won. And they couldn't stomach a black man sitting in the White House. It triggered them. So they went back to the plantation owner. And I'm going to say this over and over again until everybody hears me as loud as you can hear me. For all of you podcasts that are out there, all of you pros getting millions of views talking about, oh, let me interview celebrities and famous people and news reporters and talk about the tax plan. You're missing the whole goddamn point. It doesn't matter if the red or the blue team are sitting in the White House. Talk about racism, because that's what this is. Make America white again. They're building concentration camps in Florida. They're racially profiling people. People that served this country because they looked like they were non-white, so they must be a victim. And isn't that what we've done since the history of this country? Oh, look, there's a black person at night. They must be committing a crime. Let me turn on my police lights to pull him over. Woo-hoo. Well, I guess he's okay, but he looks suspicious because, he wasn't white, so he must have been doing something wrong. DEI, CRT, trans people, gay people, taking out the bust of Martin Luther King, taking away the history of Rosa Parks and Jackie Robinson, the Tuskegee Airmen. Yeah, totally not racist.
Rosa Parks. That ain't Rosalie. You know what I'm saying? So y'all really don't know the whole history of Aunt Rosalie Casey. Cause that's my wife, this Uncle Junior Adam, this Papa Enoch. You know what I'm saying? Your grandfather. So that white man is telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Now it's reverse psychology. Because wasn't no devil. Ain't nobody have no title devil. Ain't nobody have no title demon. Monsters, that was the title. And Satan was a monster name. Just like monsters and demons and everything, devils and Satan is a title of evil and wickedness and lying and the devil and gossip and slander. Gay, that's gossip and slander. You know what I'm saying? Whether you talking, making love to a man or making love to a woman. That's just, gay ain't really gay. Gay is love, and God is love, and God is not gay. But you can say a snake is gay because he's forced to use his one tool to go to another snake anus, you know what I'm saying, and put the baby in and shit out the same place that he pushed the eggs out of. You are what you eat, is what that man said.
You voted for it. You liked it. And you hoard yourself out for capitalism as well.
And you hoard yourself out for capitalism
we
also.
haven't had a woman in 249 years. You always say you want the best candidate, and it's always a man. Oh, I wonder. Hillary Clinton wasn't a felon. Insurrection, tax fraud, didn't she, couldn't vote for her, right? Couldn't vote for the black woman either. And even in the primaries of 24, you didn't want the woman in the Republican primaries. Hell, I didn't agree with her, but at least she understood foreign policy, but you just couldn't vote for the woman, right? Until we address the MAGA white supremacy in this country, because that's what it is. This is their Hail Mary. This is their moment to put everything out there. Everything else is a distraction. All the other crap going on. It's gaslighting. They're putting people in cages in Florida. You're okay with that? I'm not. And I'm going to say it one last time. You can use your white privilege to sit in your comfy, air-conditioned home and give thoughts and prayers to people, or you can do what I'm doing right now and get out there and speak about it. Call it out. Talk to your family members. Talk to the ones that wear the red hats. Make them feel uncomfortable. Hey.
You know, that man telling nothing but the truth. But white people, they don't know their mamas and daddies and sisters and brothers and aunties and uncles. They leave home, and when they start their family, they only focus on their family. Same as a Mexican. Same as a black man. You know what I'm saying? They focus, when they leave home, they focus on their kids and their wives only. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't like God. Because everybody don't wear God's title. But now, you do. Because I know who in my mirror, and I know who in your mirror, and I know what my right hand can do. I know what my right foot can do too. But my right hand can sign signatures, rights on land, businesses, produce, animals, fish, living water, electricity, cable, hair, stars, dust, you know what I'm saying, ashes. That man right.